talk because I talk a lot, but I got nothing on my wife. Alright, so my wife is the owner. Her name is Irma. Everybody calls her Master Trainer Irma because she is really the brains behind this whole thing. She's been doing it for 20 years. She went to school for kinesiology, graduated, and pretty much got into the fitness industry right away. Some of the majors, 24-hour fitness. She got into LA Fitness. She used to work at Equinox. And she would run their programs so well that they used to call her the fixer. She would go to gyms and fix them. They'd be doing bad business, boom, she turned them around, they're making millions. And she was really good at it, getting results and making gyms look good, but she was just getting, you know, minimum reward for it. And really felt like it was mostly pushed towards sales. And she didn't want to be a salesperson, she wanted to be a trainer, she wanted to change people's lives, she wanted to make them love themselves again, be able to look in the mirror and like how they looked when they get out of the shower or they get up and they look at themselves. She wanted them to be in love with themselves because she's good at it. She's great at it. As a matter of fact, I met her 8 years ago, going on 9 actually, in Hawaii. I worked there, I was working construction, and she was there for her birthday. I met her, and of course, I didn't know she was a trainer at the time, I had no idea. And she asked me, "Hey, you ever work out?" I said, "No, I don't work out, I work construction. I'm in really good shape." And she just kind of looked me up and down and was like, "Yeah, you can do a lot better." And it's kind of funny because they look you up and down, they notice everything wrong with you. Your walk, your tilt, your hips, your back. She knew my shoulder was broken, you know, I have dislocated clavicle, my shoulder girdle is floating. There's no hinge there. So I was told that I would never be able to do push-ups, pull-ups, chin-ups, all that stuff. I can do all that stuff. I can do all this stuff with one hand, with the broken hand. Because she built enough muscle on this arm and my body where I can actually take that stress even though I'm not connected. And after she did it to me, I was like, you know, you're so good at this. Why don't you do it for yourself? Why are you doing it for other people? And so what she did is she took it to the beach. And she's like, I'm going to train on the beach, and I'm going to change all my friends' lives. And I'm going to do it for free. And can anybody guess what happened? Nobody showed up because it was free, and they were her friends. Ever done a favor for a friend?
Yeah.
Have they ever done it back? They'll show up the first couple times, and then it's like, oh, it's cold out. The sun's not up yet. And they don't want to go, and it's free. She's offering to change their lives for nothing. But there's no value in nothing. So she stood on the beach, and she actually, while she was waiting for her friends to come, she had all of her cones set up, she had her music set up, she was all ready. About 30, 40 people come down the beach, and she's all excited that her friends were coming. And turns out it wasn't her friends, it was a big group of yogis. And they had a whole beach to choose from. She's the only one there. And they just pulled up right in her spot, started squashing her cones into the sand, doing their poses, and she started to cry. I mean, she just had a little breakdown. And she promised herself that she was going to come back there in a month and have at least as many people that pretty much trampled her parade. And a month later, she did it. And this is how she did it. What she did is that she took one person, transformed them, and sent them out to their friends. And everybody's like, what did you do? How did you do it? Oh, you got to meet my trainer. Within 30 days, she had 40 people on the beach training. And the game that she plays is this, is that it's free. It's fully free as long as you put in the work, the time, and you do what you're told. You have to follow the damn instructions. You can't change one part of your life and nothing else and expect your life to change. You just can't do it. It won't work. It's like saying, oh, my car's running bad, I'll just change the carburetor. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. You know, the job take again, hopefully it'll run better, but it won't because your car's screwed up. It needs to be done by a professional. You can't just, I'm just going to eat vegetables for a week. When you do diets and stuff like that, and anybody been on a diet before? Put your hand up if you've been on a diet. All right. Well, first 3 letters in diet is die. There's a reason. Because diets kill you. A diet is, there's 3. Anybody know what a balanced meal is? Balanced meal is protein, fat, and carbs. They are vital. Anybody know what vital means?
Necessary for life.
Exactly. You have to have it. Your body doesn't just crave them. It needs them. And so when you take one of those out, that's a diet. I'm just not going to eat carbs. Great. Turn your brain to mush. Have no energy. Get fat. Oh, it's got to be the protein. I take protein out. Okay, good. Don't rebuild muscle. Don't rebuild skin. Don't rebuild your eyes. Don't rebuild your stomach. That's what rebuilds your body every day. Oh, I know the trick. It's the oil. Well, that literally is your oil. If you think of your body as a car, think of it this way. Your body's a car. Protein's your mechanic. Gotta have a mechanic when you got a car, otherwise you got a not running car. Your carbs are your gasoline. You need it to run, you need it to think. Your brain works on carbs. And if you don't eat carbs, that's your energy through the day. So what you're doing is your body will cannibalize itself if you take away carbs. And then oil. Oil is oil. It's what moves your joints. It's what makes the body move, range of motion. Without these things, we get arthritis, we get bad knees, we get stiff joints. So people take that out, they take a diet, they take one of those things out and think this is going to make it all better. And it just makes it worse. As a matter of fact, one step closer to diabetes. Because you're really, really dancing with the devil on that one. Diets kill. That's why they get sued all the time. That's why books get sued. That's why diet authors get sued. Because people die. Because they actually believe these things. Balanced meal, all three are necessary. Our job is to teach you how much, how often you eat these things. Now in this deal, when we give a plan, if you get chosen, because like I told you before, we used to be a gym. And I changed that. Because in the gym, I have to accept anybody who comes in here with money and says, I want to be in your gym, I have to accept them. And they could be crappy students. Why? If they could get fatter being me with a year because they don't listen. And then I got to explain to people how that's my student. That's my Padawan right there. Heavier than the day they came in. And that breaks my heart because I don't want to take your money if you're not going to listen. I don't want bad students. Bad students suck. They break teachers' hearts. Good students are the only reason we're in this. We're in this to transform you. We want you to succeed. We want you to look great. We want you to high-five yourself in the mirror, pat yourself on the back. Is that a new muscle? Oh my God, my ass was rounded. Holy crap, these pants fit now. Little victories, which will push you to the next victory. And that's what trainers really, good trainers. Bad trainers will take your money all day. I don't want your money. I won't set you up to lose. If you came in here and you were borderline, I'd say you can't lose 20 pounds. I won't take your money. Why don't you start a 14-day trial, see if you like us. And that's what this really is. This 20-pound challenge, I used to take people out the door. I don't do that anymore. Because how committed are they? I don't know. They can lie through their teeth to me. They usually do. And then they fail. And then I fail. Your failure is my failure. Your failure is me. I look at it as me being a bad teacher. And my wife would look at it the same way. I just didn't get through to them. Maybe they just didn't believe hard enough. But the way it comes down to is that I can't want it more than you do. You have to want it. And it comes down to, why are you here? Are you here because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired? Does anybody have kids? Getting tired of them being faster than you? Having all the energy in the world while all you want to do is lay down and fall asleep? And then you're like, I can't, I gotta stay awake, get the Q-tips up and hold those eyes open because I gotta watch them, man, these kids are fast. And that's pretty much the way it is. And as you get older, mostly with men, but it happens with women too, when men hit their 40s, the testosterone plummets. When I hit 40, well, by the way, I'm almost 50, just so you know. So, it is a fountain of youth, I shit you not. As a matter of fact, if you don't think so, see that lady right there? That's when she walked in, that left-hand picture, that little Asian lady, my little buddy Lisa. That's her 2 challenges later. Tell me she does not look 10 years young.
That's the first challenge.
Yes, it is.
That's after the first time.
Whoa.
That's after the first one.
That's the first challenge picture. Oh yeah, she's skinnier than that. Now she's just a tiny little thing that scares the shit out of me because she's so quiet. I never hit her behind me. Yeah. But that's enough about me talking about me. I'll come back and I'll finish off. But really, I'm going to put you in Chris's hands. Chris was a challenger. He actually, before he even got to the challenge, we kind of let him in early. Said, well, the challenge starts in a week, 2 weeks. Why don't you come in, see what it's about. And he did, and then he left and stayed on the program, lost a bunch of weight before he ever stepped in the door for the official 20-pound challenge. So he was ahead of the game right off the bat. But he lost his weight, fell in love with the place, told us he never wanted to leave, so we decided maybe we should pay him then. So, so he became my office administrator. He is kind of head operations of the business inside. So I'm going to give you up to Chris. Everybody give a hand to Chris.
How's everybody doing today?
Right.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
You want to get down and do the deal?
We're ready.
Yeah? Alright, everybody stand up real quick. Alright. We're going to line up in a circle.
Line up in a circle.
It sounds funny, right? We're going to get in a circle.
Get in a circular room, get in the corner. Alright.
We're going to get in a circle. Come on, let's do it. Let's get in a circle. Get in a circle up. Kind of like a huddle.
Alright, we're huddling up. We're circling up. Alright, we're circling up. I got me.
We're all going to turn and face the person to our right. Alright. And we're going to give them a back.
Alright, everybody close ranks. Alright. Nice little down massage. Yeah.
Come on. It's like a Congo line.
Yeah, alright.
Like a really awesome Congo line. Right? Let's get up there.
Dig deep. Yes, alright, got really good.
Alright, don't be selfish. Turn around.
Alright, here we go. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh, we got really good in the shoulder. Oh, loosen them up. Good.
Yeah, better? Everybody
Shake out the
relieving the
weird.
traffic?
Oh yeah,
Shake it out.
Shake it out. Shake out that weird. Oh yeah. There we go.
Alright, so like Tonka said, I came in here, got a little mixed up. A little bit about myself real quick. I hit 200 pounds when I was 10 years old. Like I was always a big fat kid. Like my grandmother liked to reward me with crazy things like McDonald's shakes with Wendy's fries. Or McDonald's fries with Wendy's Frosties. Right, strawberry shakes at home. One of my favorite snacks was butter and bread in a microwave. It was insane. So, basically, at home I never really learned how to eat. Right. And I hit 200 pounds at 10 years old, and I was always big and always thought I was ugly, and I hated myself for it. And there'd be a couple times in my life where I lost a bunch of weight, right? I was still over 200 pounds, so I still thought I was fat. I still thought I was ugly. And I still didn't watch what I ate, ever. Never did. And I would join the military, and I would drop down below 200 pounds for the first time since I was a child. And I basically wasn't eating and working out 6 times a week with Marines. And but I still never learned how to eat, you know. And I would leave boot camp in A school, and I would go on to my next class, and I'd go from 185 to 250 in 3 months, and I would stay around that weight the rest of my military career. Until 2006, where they're like, we're going to kick you out. We're going to kick you out. At that point in time, I hit 305, and they're like, we're going to kick you out. And I was like, damn. And they're like, you got to lose the weight. So for 4 months, I pushed and I tried, and like I'm still eating pizza every night, you know. And I think I lost like, I don't know, 15 pounds, 20 pounds. In like 4 months, like busting my ass. And I still wasn't losing weight. I was looking at getting kicked out 6 months later. And we went on deployment, and on a ship in the middle of the ocean. There's no McDonald's, there's no Domino's Pizza, there's no Pizza Hut, there ain't nothing like that. And I kicked my ass every day, 3 times a day, and I lost the weight. I got down to 215, size 36-inch waist, and I was like, I'm sexy as fuck, right? And I got off that boat, and I'm like, you know? And what ended up happening is, you know, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box, Domino's, you know, Pizza Hut, they're all right there, and that's exactly what happened. I put all the weight back on, you know? And, you know, fast forward, what is it, 2006, so 9 years later, fast forward 9 years later, this last summer, or 8 years later, this last summer, I hit 275 in June. And I'm like looking in the mirror, and I'm at home, and I hate myself, and I'm at that position where I want to die, right? Because like Taka said, I don't have the energy. I can't chase my son around. I feel like shit, I look like shit. And I just don't want to be anymore, you know what I mean? I just did not want to be anymore. And so I was like, I'm going to change this. And I started getting out and going hiking and dieting, aka I was calorie counting. And I like to share this because this is super important to me. I was calorie counting. And I happen to know that every slice of the Domino's pizza, that's a large pizza, that's pepperoni and cheese, is 200 calories. I don't know if you're following yet, right? And I happen to know that just the amount of creamer that I used in my coffee was around 80 calories, you know? So I would drink and eat a total of like 2,000, 2,100 calories and go hiking, right? And think that that would be okay. So from June to August, I lost 10 pounds, and by August, I looked 10 times worse than I did in June, right? And this entire time, at the beginning of the year, my sister had come to this boot camp, and then she dropped off, but she was looking sexy as fuck. I'm like, damn, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Look at you go, right? I was so proud of her. And then a couple other friends of ours came and started doing the deal, you know, and busting ass, and they now are trainers here, which is super awesome, but they were super happy all the time on Facebook, left and right. So I'm looking at these two women, and like, look at me, I'm so funny. And I'm like, Arr. And then it was like, ugh. And then it was like, I'm jealous. And then it was like, all right, what do I do? And Lauren told me to come down here and give it a shot, so I came in on a 14-day. At 265, I walked through that door at 265. And a month later, I would do the challenge. I think after my 2 weeks was up, I walked in here with $150 in my pocket. I was like, Irma, I want to stay. Give me a membership. And she's like, you signed up for the 6-week challenge? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, don't worry about it. You're here for the 6-week challenge. We're gonna change your life. And she was telling the truth, you know. So the 6-week challenge started. I was 254. I ended that challenge at 227, and I pretty much held it off. I think I gained like 7 pounds over the holidays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and then a position opened up here, you know. And I'm like, I'm a student, ex-military. I really don't do shit on a regular basis. I got that kind of like, you know. And I was like, what? Give it up. Like, I want to be here. You know what I mean? I want to be here all day. I like being here all day. I like working here. I like working out here. What I really love is being in a place, right, that I love so much that it's not work. Does that make sense? That's a really good feeling for me, and I love that. But yeah. So I want to welcome you here. If you're really serious about losing weight, if you're really serious about getting healthy, you're in the right room. You know what I mean? If you're not, there's a door. You know what I mean? So like on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you say you're at on losing weight? You?
Me?
Yeah. 1 to 10, where are you at?
Honestly?
Look at this spotlight.
Spotlight. That's because I'm a tall.
Keep it on.
Keep it honest. Let's see. Scale 1 to 10. 8.
8. Why an 8?
Because I don't know how to measure it.
Oh, no faith in
You don't know about your inner strength yet.
Yeah.
We'll find it.
And pull that motherfucker out. Watch what happens. Like a week 2 in, you'd be like, I got this. I got this. I got this. What about you, homeboy?
9.
A 9? Why not a 10?
Nobody's a perfect 10.
Huh?
Nobody's perfect 10.
Nobody's a perfect 10?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think
Oh, you will be.
perfect 10.
All you need
Let me
is a
tell you
little
what.
bit of encouragement, a muscle in the mirror. That's all you need.
Either way, I'm glad that you're all here. And I don't know, did anybody get those emails? Anybody actually go through them all?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you see my picture?
I got an email.
Right? I was that big guy. I was that guy. Like, movies all hanging out like that was me. That was my before picture. It was like, I'm gonna fake like I'm happy right now. and that's what happened.
Maybe a little bit more serial killer looking.
I mean, now.
I was Full Metal jacketing that picture right there. I was like, oh my God.
I was super simple, so that smile worked for it. It wasn't that creepy.
I'm teasing.
Alright, but I'm going to give the floor back over to Taco, or do we want to hear from...
Actually, I would love to introduce the beautiful T, but we all know her as Tree. Yeah. Now she has been through 2 challenges. This is her second challenge. She's almost done with it. And how far are you along with 2 weeks left?
2 weeks left. I've already passed the 20 pounds. So I'm at, last time I weighed myself, I was at 21. I'm probably past that now.
Right. Oh, you're my warrior.
I hit so halfway through the challenge, I hit the 20-pound mark.
And last time when you did the challenge, how far along did you before you passed?
The last time I hit it at 5 weeks.
That's
so,
right. She's shortening the amount.
Yeah. So now it's just
right. Tell them how you did it, baby.
Actually, I got my cell phone out because I wanted to show you guys my before picture. Since it just came out today.
It did?
Well, yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
Oh, your new one.
So this is what I started out with when I came through the door. Y'all could just pass it down. Hopefully no one will text me. But so my story is I decided I wanted to go back to school. I decided I wanted to go to grad school and get my master's degree. So during that time, I thought that studying was more important than taking care of myself. I was like, there's no way I can go to the gym and work out when I got all these papers to write, I got all this stuff to read, I got all this stuff to do for school, and I'm working full time. I just don't have time. I don't have time for the gym. I don't have time to take care of myself. And of course, the whole time I'm studying, doing all-nighters, what am I doing the whole time I'm sitting there? I'm drinking Starbucks. I'm eating, I love Cheez-Its. Eating Cheez-Its every day, just, you know, and by the time I looked up, I don't know, there was no way I was stepping on the scale during that time, but I'm pretty sure I gained like at least 50 pounds. So I said, okay, after grad school was over, all right, I'm going to go to the gym now. Now, mind you, the whole time I was in grad school, I had a gym membership. Didn't use it. So after grad school, I said, okay, I'm going to go to the gym now. Grad school was over in May. It was August. I hadn't been to the gym one time. So it's like, okay, what's really going on? And a few months later, I saw the ad on Facebook that said, lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. I'm sure you guys probably saw that ad too. And I was like, whatever, I don't know what these people are talking about, but let's go see what it's about. Whatever. I get in there, and where's the next picture?
Netty's right here.
Oh,
yeah, that's Transformer, by the way. That's her nickname, is the Transformer.
This lady spoke, and she told her story and the things that she went through, and she lost 80 pounds in 4 challenges. So less than a year, she lost 80 pounds. And I'm like, okay, if this lady can do it, I'm on board. I know I can do this. I'm totally in. So I signed up. First challenge, like I say, 5 weeks into the challenge, I hit the 20-pound mark. I ended up losing 24 pounds in that challenge. I did not gain weight over the holidays. So I kept coming, working out. I did, you know, I ate whatever, not whatever, but I ate, you know, but I still didn't gain weight because I am totally committed to this and totally on a mission. So now for my second challenge, I hit the 20-pound mark at 3 weeks. And so this is week 4. I haven't weighed myself, so I will let you guys know when I see you next time, because y'all are going to sign up, right? I'll let you guys know when I see you where I'm at that point.
What's your total weight loss as you walk through the door?
Total weight loss is 45 pounds.
You got me beat.
Nobody's calm like a tree.
You got me beat by 5.
45 pounds.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, now Felipe's not much of a talker because he just isn't. He's more of a doer.
Oh, yeah.
He's lost 20 pounds in the challenge. And if you look at him, you think, oh, he doesn't have 20 pounds, but he's in the next challenge, and he's, how far are you along, Felipe?
Like 9 pounds so far.
9 pounds so far?
But I'm gaining a lot of muscle.
Every ounce of fat I can get off this kid. And he may not even make the 20. He may not have it. But he's my brother-in-law. So he's got to look his best if he's going to work for me. All right. Now Bodie is in the challenge. She's done it before, and then this is her second go round after kind of falling off because of work and life. Life happened. So she's coming back. Come on, Bodie. Come up here and tell them your experience here.
All right.
Tell them what you like. What you love. What brings you back?
Hi. I'm Bodie. I wasn't expecting this. I just got off work and stopped by to see my big brother and the family. And I found this place on Groupon last year, about the same time, and I was convinced, my friend Strawberry and a couple other girls, I said, let's do it, like 6 weeks, why not? And then I did the 6 weeks and I had never felt better. And I was getting up every morning, and that for me was like the first most impossible thing. I'm not a morning person at all. I'm angry and mean, and I just hit snooze. And I was getting up every morning and I was feeling good, and I had lost some weight, but I was still doing my own eating. I mean, I ate a little bit healthier, but I was still Starbucks and me, best friends. I mean, I could probably hold stock in them before. And then the 6 weeks ended, and the challenge came around, and for me, the biggest thing was the money. I didn't feel like I had it. I didn't feel like I was afraid that I wasn't going to lose the weight. I was afraid that, what if I lose that money? Then what happens? And then there was the food, and I was afraid I can't eat every 2.5 hours. I don't cook. I'm not a cook. I can cook. I don't like to. I work 3 jobs. Like, no thank you, And what I was like, I can just take whatever I've learned and I can go apply it myself, And I tried, and I failed. And I think it took 2 weeks for me to stop getting up in the morning. And then I think it took 4 weeks for me to just stop going to the gym altogether. And what would happen is I would go to the gym and I'd kind of screw around on the weights or whatever, and like really not know what I was doing, not know how to push myself, not know what weight I should be using. Or I'd get on the Stairmaster and then get tired and decide to stop. I'm like, oh, this hurts, I'm good, And what ended up happening is over the course of the year, my weight would fluctuate, and then the holidays hit, and I gained another 15, 20 pounds. And I hit the spot of like complete willingness. Like I would look in the mirror and I hated the reflection looking back at me. I was miserable in my own skin, and I was ready to crawl out of it, And that was just how I felt. And I would walk around and maybe not tell anybody that or whatever, but that was my truth, is that I just hated the way that I looked, and I hated the way that I felt. I hated how tired I was. I'm a hairdresser. I work in a salon and for ESPN, and I nanny. So I'm always on the go, and I was always so tired. And the things I would eat were just whatever I wanted, and I felt gross. And so my brother, I saw him come and lose the weight. My friend Strawberry continued on. She lost the weight. My friend Lauren trains here. Annette and I came in at the same time, and I watched her transition. And there was just no other way. It was just that plain and simple for me. There was just no other option for me. And so I came in, and me and Herman had a little bit of little butt heads a little bit. We're both really strong personalities, and I came in and I humbled myself, and I said, please, let me do this. Like, I can't, I need to do this. And thank God she accepted me. And like one of the things, I'm on my first challenge, I'm 7.5 pounds down or something like that. And it doesn't seem like much, but these pants didn't fit me 4 weeks ago. Would barely button, could barely get the zipper up, I'm like, my butt's totally rounding out. I'm super pumped on that, because who doesn't like a booty, And like I did my first box jump today, and those boxes are high, and it scared the shit out of me. And Lauren sat there and literally held my hand and said, you can do this. And everybody in the room sat there and cheered me on. And that's one of the things I absolutely love about this place, is that it becomes a family. We post on Facebook together. We got this Facebook page. We talk about everything together. We talk about when we're regular. We talk about, am I PMSing? Do I feel crazy?
Who's not coming?
Yeah, we talk about, and you would think, like, I'm never going to talk about that with a whole bunch of people. There's boys on there. There's girls. No, thank you. That's my private life. No, thank you. But we talk about it all together. We talk about how we're struggling. We talk about how, I had to bake cupcakes for my nephew's birthday the other day. And I sat there and there was batter all over my fingers. And my instinct was to lick all the batter off. And what I got the opportunity to do was just wash my hands. Or yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I went out to dinner and everybody's having all these sushi rolls with tempura and sauces and blah, all that stuff. And I just sat there and I was like, I'm going with my tuna sashimi and my salmon sashimi and my salad, and my steamed yams, steamed sweet potatoes. And it was so good, and I worked 15 minutes away from the restaurant, so instead of deciding to take my car or take an Uber, which is something I would have done before, I walked the mile, round trip mile. And it was easy. You know, it was nothing, and it felt good, and it felt good that I get to make decisions like that for my life. Like tomorrow, you know, I'm really pushing to lose a little bit more weight by Monday, and you know, so I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. My brother cooks for me. I pay for the groceries. He cooks, so I'm so grateful for him because I don't know where I would be without him. You know, he can cook, and like I want to do two hours tomorrow. You know, and because I can't, I'm like, okay, I'm getting up at 6 a.m. and I'm gonna go walk the Culver City stairs. Taco, what can I do at the top to like make it better? 50 burpees and 100 sit-ups. Immediate regret, but I'm gonna do it, you know, and like that feels
Every
good.
time you get to the top.
Yeah.
Every time you get to the top.
And then I'm gonna come and I'm gonna train an hour here with them, you know? Like it feels good to make those decisions for myself. I feel like even though I'm not to the weight I was before my weight gain, I feel better and I feel like I look better. Like, you know the bat wing that's here? Like that's gone in 4 weeks. Like I can flex my muscle and there's no jigglies, you know? And like it's starting to melt down and that feels so good. I feel like I can wear tank tops. I just got my tattoo started. Like I can show that off, you know. We're going dancing tomorrow night. Chris's birthday was last Sunday. Mine was yesterday. So we're going out with a whole bunch of people from the family. We're going to go dance. I'm going to wear some super tight little number, you know. And it just feels good. And it's a place where like I never want to leave. Let's hypothetically say that like something happens and I get to 19.8 pounds. I still won't leave. I can't imagine not having this place in my life. I can't imagine not coming in every morning and seeing Strawberry and seeing Lauren and seeing Rosie and seeing Chris and shit talking with Taka online and you know whatever it is. Like I can't.
You twerk off?
I don't twerk, but they do. And it's just like I can't imagine not having this. And people sit there and they ask me why. Why can't you just have a bite of this ice cream? Why can't you just enjoy this donut? Why can't you just have a cup of coffee? It's black coffee, what's the matter with it? And it's as simple as it's not on the sheet and I'm not allowed to eat it and I'm not willing to risk it. That sip of coffee isn't worth $500 and it's not worth what I've gained in like emotionally and self-esteem wise. And like just fucking do it. You know, like it seems impossible and it seems absolutely petrifying. And that like little 1% or that little 2% that you feel like you don't have, like you just gotta do it. And it'll come, just like Taka said. The first 4 days I lost 4.5 pounds, you know? And then it stuck for a while. And now I'm dry, I've lost...
Then you pooped and then you lost
right, yeah.
more.
And then now I'm losing half a pound to a pound a day, you know? And like that's just my experience. That doesn't mean that it's going to be yours. All of our bodies are different. And that's something that I had to learn here, you know? Like some people lose it really quick. Some people, I gain muscle really, really easy, which means that those scales are going to stay the same even though the inches are dropping. And we get to learn about stuff like that. We get to learn about what happens when our fat starts shedding, our body starts shedding fat, and when the toxins are released, and whatever. And I've never known so much about my body, listened to my body, and loved my body as much as I do after these first 4 weeks. So I just can't wait to see what happens in the next 2.
Yeah, baby. Alright, so let's get into the nuts and bolts. So, like I said, we used to do it for free. We used to do it for free the first day. They didn't show. So, we decided, what's the quickest way to get somebody here? Put skin in the game. So how it works is, if you get accepted, you get a fully refundable deposit, or you put down a fully refundable deposit of $4.99. When you lose 20 pounds, we'll stand next to each other. You'll hold a giant check with it. I have 3 of them in the back. I will pay your money back, and then you're probably going to give it back to me so that you can do it again. Or we don't even do the check, and you say, I'm doing the next challenge. And I'm like, cool. This woman's done 4. She hasn't paid me a dime. I've held her $500, but I'll give it back when she's done. Or she'll turn it in and become a member. Actually, she isn't going to because she's not my trainer. So I train her for free. But if she wouldn't have become my trainer, she would have done it till she got her goal, and then she probably would have joined. Because how could you argue with the results? You lost 100 pounds in less than a year. And then what? You're going to go to the gym and do exactly what you did before, and I'll see you when you gain the weight. Why would you do that? Why would you backpedal if you know it's bona fide, if you know it works, why would you quit on yourself? And that's kind of how we do it. Now here's why we give you your money back. I don't give a shit about your money. I can give a shit. If money's a problem for you, there's absolutely no way you can do it. And we'll let you, there's even a couple payment plans you can make, but if you can't do it, I don't want you. Not because you can't afford it, because the stress of the money will cause you to gain weight. It releases the wrong endorphins. So your body is doing two things at all times. It's either burning fat or it's storing fat. And it can't do both at the same time. One or the other. That's it. So, if you're stressed out, you're storing fat. That's it. You're releasing cortisol. Cortisol is a fat steroid. It forces you. It's an emergency steroid. It tells your body, we're in a state of emergency, store all fat in case. And so I don't want you to be stressed about money. I don't want you to worry that you might not make it, because it'll be counter-effective, it'll be counterintuitive, it won't work. You'll be stressing out, looking at that scale every day, gaining weight because you're stressing out. I need you to be happy. I need you to be smiling. I need an attitude of gratitude, because that's part of the battle. Here, we high five. If you can't high five, you gotta go. We compliment. If I see you bully anybody, say somebody's weaker than you, not as fast as you, why are you so slow? You're out. There is no bullying. Everybody does it at their own pace. Here, my trainers are like you have a group session, but it's like having your own personal trainer, because they're going to correct your form. They're going to adjust the workout for you, because not everybody can do the same things. You know, that would be like me expecting you to be able to do what I can do. That's just cruel. Not everybody can do that. So, I'll set up a workout, or my wife will set up a workout, or my trainers will set up a workout, and we will modify it. And if you still can't do the modification, we will modify it again until you can do the next modification, till you can do the regular workout. Step by step. 1% stronger every day. In 100 days, you're a brand new person. So, like I said, put your skin in the game, and I'll give it back to you. All I want is your pictures, your before and afters, your testimonials, because that makes me bona fide. When I show that stuff, see, and I don't want you, if you're going to give up, if you're going to quit, if you're a quitter, get out, because you represent me. I'm going to put all this time into you. We're going to make a meal plan just for you. We're going to give you your money back. So if you quit on me, your $500 doesn't pay for the time that we're going to put into you. All the trainers I pay, doesn't pay, that's nothing. I'd make it $1,000 just so I can make $1. But the $500 is to get your ass out of bed when it's cold out, when it's raining, when it's, oh, it's just too early. Oh, I'm just too tired. Oh, shit, $500. I'm going to the gym. I'm getting my money. That's why we do it. But, like I said, I'll give everybody, how much money have you paid me, Tree? And how much, and that's it, right? And what are you going to get back? $5. And that should become a member. It should give me a monthly rate. And it'll take you probably 4 months to get to that 5. So, that's how it goes. It's pretty much like losing 20 pounds and then getting 4 months free. And that's the deal. And once again, oh, and Facebook. Anybody have a problem with Facebook? Anybody on Facebook? We do everything on Facebook. That's how we advertise. That's why I don't have to pay newspapers, television, you know, any kind of, you know, articles. I don't have to send out that shit. It's all on Facebook. We get a private 20-pound challenge, 6-week 20-pound challenge warriors. It's private. It's between just the people taking the challenge, the trainers, and the staff. And what you do is you ask your questions online. Hey, I haven't pooped in 3 days. Is that normal? actually, it really is. It's really normal because what's happening is you're not drinking enough water, you have a lot of toxins in your body, you're working out, you're releasing it, you need to drink more water, I need you to go to Rainbow Acres or go to this health food store, get this, loosen your stool, boom, you're going to drop 3 pounds probably the first time you hit that toilet. Because your body's shedding internal fat, toxins. The way toxins work is this. By the way, anybody know what trans fat is? It's not real. It's invented. It is non-absorbable by your body. Your body either shits it out or says, I don't know what to do this, let's just hide it in fat. And it just stores it in fat. So, on my challenges, there's at least 3 or 4 women who take pregnancy tests. Last time, it was 9. 9 women took pregnancy tests. None of them were pregnant. Because the toxins in their body were making them moody, making them angry, making them kind of cry. Like one girl was like, I just broke down crying one day. I was just in my car, I just broke out crying. I don't know what, am I going crazy? No, you're releasing toxins. As the fat burns, the toxins release. And eventually you'll either heat them up or crap them up. But they have to be released because your body don't know what to do with it. Can't absorb it, can't use it, can't burn it, hide it. And that's it. So if you can't be on Facebook, you gotta go. Have to be on Facebook. I don't give a shit if you give me your name. I don't care if you call yourself Batman. You've got to be on Facebook, and you've got to register every class. Man, what a great class. It was so hard. Didn't think I was going to make it, but I did. Yay. Thank you, Taka. Hey, Master Trainer Irma. Boom, boom, boom. Every day. Every day you check in when you come work out. It's where I know you're coming. And if you don't do it, I'll keep you money. So it's another incentive to keep your ass coming. You have to, you're marketing for me. You are my children, and I'm going to show you off. You got bumper stickers that show off your kids? I do it on Facebook. Look at the accomplishments. Look how great she is. Look how wonderful she looks. You know, and your friends are going to see it. And your friends are going to be like, what the hell are you doing? Are you crazy at 5 in the morning? Are you nuts? Give it 3 weeks. What are you doing? How do I join? That's exactly what happens almost every time. Another thing's going to happen, though, too, is you're going to run into people who want to be a speed bump in your way. As you succeed, they're the ones who are the snake operating the apple. So you'll find out who your friends are quickly. Because as you succeed, some people, they don't want you to leave this comfortable zone because we're friends. And if you lose weight and get more active lifestyle, you move away from me and here's some cake. Just one piece of cake. Stay with me. That's the way it works. Or the ones who love you, you're doing great. You keep it up. Wow, I'm going to do what you're doing. Those are the people who really love you. Those are the people who really care about you. And not saying they don't happen in this group, but many a boyfriend has been lost. Many a girlfriend has been lost because of this challenge, and this is why. Because as you get looking better, your men become a little less sure of themselves, a little more jealous, a little more insecure. They just don't think they stand up because you're starting to look good. People are looking. Friends are complimenting. Guys are interested. So just so you know, if you got a boyfriend and it's kind of like on the fence, it's probably going to be out the door. Because he's going to go, baby, don't go work out. It's so warm in here. Come on, let's snuggle. Oh, I made you breakfast. Oh, yes, because he doesn't want you to get delicious. He doesn't want you to be beautiful because he might lose you. That's an insecure man. You don't want that man anyway. You want the man going, baby, let me get your shit ready. Ready in bath? Got your shake ready? Ready to work out. That's the guy you want. You want the one who's encouraging, helping, pushing, and high-fiving your ass when you come in the door. Bam! High five! And that's how it works here. We're silly, we're goofy, we laugh. The girls twerk in the morning. I talk shit at night. I mean, I trade nights, they trade in the morning. I'm the shit talker, that's why I'm Taka. And you won't have a chance to think about how you're tired because my voice is going to be in your head the whole time. The whole time. You're going to be like, I can't. Shut up. Push it. You got another one. Come on, baby. And you give me another one. I'll tell you things like if I had a gun, you could do it. If your life depended on it, you could do it. And they can. They always can. Every time. They always find that inner strength. And that's what it comes down to. Your first week, I'll give you a quick synopsis. First week, you're made out of jelly. Second week, you start to solid. Third week, you're carved out of wood. Your fourth week, you're addicted. Fifth week, you're now one of my biggest voices because you're telling all your friends and all your friends want to know. Your sixth week is the home stretch, and that's when you're like, I'm doing this shit again. Why? Because you got an extra 20 pounds, and if you don't, you're probably going to join because you don't want it back. That's how it works. It's simple. I proved to you that I could take the weight off of you. You join. That's it. It ain't no trick. It ain't no game. It ain't no scam. If it was, I wouldn't hire the people who did it. You know, if they fall in love, it used to be just me and my wife. Now it's me and my wife, and the trainer, and the trainer, and the trainer, and every one of them lost their weight. Every one of them knows what we are, that we're real about it, that we'll go through all this stuff. If you have a question, no matter how embarrassing, this girl will tell you the answer. Michelle will tell you the answer. Strawberry is her name, and her nickname, and then or Lauren, my wife. Doesn't matter how personal, how weird, how much you think it's just you, because it's not. It's not just you. Everybody goes through it. I went through it, and I didn't even have that much weight to lose, but I had a lot of muscle to build. And when I did it, guess what? I released toxins. I became an unbearable bitch for like 3 weeks when I first started working out. And my wife was like, man, there's something wrong with you. And, yeah, toxins, because it's in me too, or it was in me too. And then the plans are simple. You don't get a plan until you get accepted, and I hope every one of you gets accepted. I hope every one of you wants to join this challenge. But what happens is we give you a plan. And like I told everybody that was here earlier, it ain't no freaking challenge, like, what was that, the one with Joe Rogan? Fear Factor. Ain't no Fear Factor shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna expect you to eat alligator bunghole or, you know, cow penis. That's crazy. It ain't nuts. It ain't like you're gonna have to get some special chemical. No, there ain't no magic pill. Clean food. That's it. Remember when your mama used to cook? That's what it is. Pretty much. You'll never go hungry because I don't think anybody here eat every 2 to 3 hours? Every 2 to 3 hours? Well, if you go hungry now, you ain't going hungry on this thing. And what it is when you feed yourself good food, the body takes all it needs, throws the rest away. When you eat shit food, your body takes what it needs, puts everything else in the fat. Because it doesn't know what else to do with it. It's crap. It's sugar. It's stuff it can't even recognize. It's not on the periodic table. It was invented in a goddamn laboratory. So when you eat Wendy's, there's a reason that it's delicious. When you eat McDonald's fries, by the way, compared to heroin, the endorphins it releases when you eat it. The trans fat in it is out the fucking window. The MSG is off the charts. But when you bite into it, it releases endorphins just like heroin, just like crack. Guess what else does that? Working out. Same shit, same endorphins, same feeling. That rush of energy, that feeling good. But the best part about working out is, it's not done after you're done with that last bite. It keeps going through the day. So, if anybody's interested, I would love you to step up and talk to Chris. And we'll start you out. If you have any questions, I'm here. Felipe's here. Louis here. Feel free.
How many
Thank you
people
very
would
much for
like
coming
more
tonight, by the way. Anybody interested?